So Joy Reid and Alex Wagner are being axed from the MSNBC lineup. So they have a new president now. Her name is Rebecca Cutler. She took over from the former president, Rashida Jones, not Quincy Jones's daughter, but a different Rashida Jones. And Rebecca Cutler created the show, the Weekend Show, on Saturdays and Sundays with Michael Steele and Simone Sanders and Alicia Menendez. So she's going from that to running MSNBC. So what happened was back in December, MSNBC execs went to Joy Reid and they went to Stephanie Rule and basically said, if you want to keep on being anchors here, you're going to have to take a pay cut. I'm not sure what Stephanie Rule's going to do. I think Stephanie's going to stay. I think she's on 11 o'clock. It's not a whole lot of competition on. I think the ratings really doesn't matter at 11 o'clock. I think she likes the show. And given her financial background, I think Stephanie probably invested her money pretty well. So I think she's staying. Joy was like, nah, I'm out of here, which I think was a mistake. There are very few black journalists who have anchor jobs. And I don't know if Joy is going to get another anchor job. She might, but I don't think she's going to get the, wherever she goes, she's not going to get the salary I don't think she's going to get from MSNBC. I would have, if I was her, I would have just taken a pay cut, but work out a deal where I could start a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel and also do that. Do my primetime show and also have a channel. I have free will. It's kind of what Stephen A. Smith is doing, right? Like Don Lemon, he's not working anywhere right now, but he's always doing TikTok lives and he's doing YouTube lives and he's doing pretty good. I don't think he's making the same money that he is right now as he was on MSNBC, but I mean on CNN, but I think he's doing okay. And Roland Martin, he got bounced from these cable outlets, but he's been doing okay. So I think Joy. If I'm Joy Reid, I think I would just kind of, if I'm out here in the wilderness, I think I'll do guest spots on CNN and ABC or CBS, but then also start up my own TikTok and my own YouTube channel. Not to say that she's going to be successful, but we'll see. The funny thing is the people who are really happy about this are conservatives because they say, oh, Joy Reid was a race baiter. Those guys are so funny to me. They never see race in anything. They said, it's never a racial problem. Like what happened to John Q. Brown, the chief of staff, the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Oh, it's not racial at all. Trump just let him go. It's like, okay. They never see race, but they're quick as calling someone a race baiter. Oh, Joy Reid's a race baiter. They look like Donald Sutherland in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's what they look. Just their mouths gaped open, saying nothing. Oh, they're fools. Anyhow, I never thought that move that Joy made to 7 p.m. was a good move. I never thought it was a good move. When she had her show AM Joy, it was solid. It was a ratings winner. She was solid on the weekends. She was on Saturdays and Sundays. She ruled that nest. But again, I guess she had to take the opportunity at 7 p.m. But the problem was I never thought that weekend audience was going to follow her to 7 p.m. And they didn't. So let's go back to the history of AM Joy. So let's talk about the women who came before and after Joy. So Joy does AM Joy. Solid. She leaves. The person that takes over is Tiffany Cross. I like Tiffany. Tiffany was fun. Tiffany was sassy. Tiffany was cute. But also Tiffany had an ego. And Tiffany's ego allegedly got in the way. And that's why MSNBC got rid of her. But her numbers overall was just as good or better than Joy's. And the person that Joy took over with AM Joy was Melissa Harris Perry. I loved Melissa Harris Perry. She was easy on the eyes. She's smart. She loves Star Wars. Everything I want in a woman. Melissa Perry was great. And her numbers were solid. And that was during the point of the Obama administration. I think this was Obama's second term where you had a lot of different black folks, journalists, and folks becoming commentators or having their own shows. And Melissa was a professor, and she was a commentator on MSNBC, and he gave her the Saturday show. And the Saturday show's ratings were great. But the problem was, we went from Obama to Trump, and he wanted Melissa to have more journalists instead of academics. And I think Melissa wasn't trying to budge on that. And Melissa was bounced. But Melissa's numbers were great. But when Joy took over that slot, she kept Melissa's numbers. When Tiffany took over, she kept Joy's numbers. And I think because Ali Veshi's been there for a while, I'm not sure how his numbers are, but I'm thinking since he's still there, his numbers are just as good as what Melissa and Joy and Tiffany did. But then you had a diversity issue, because those three shows before Ali were black women. So what they did was they created the Weekend Show, where they had Simone Sanders, whose show wasn't doing well on the weekends. You had Alicia Menendez, whose show was okay, but Alicia's, she don't have much of a personality. So she kind of fits within that crew because Simone says, oh, she's all loud, and you have you have Menendez, and who's the daughter of Bob Menendez, the former politician, who's on his way to prison. And it's crazy how MSNBC really didn't cover that case the way they should have. Conflict of interest. And then the third person is Michael Steele. And I've known Michael Steele forever. I'm not a Republican at all, but Michael Steele's one of the few Republicans I like because he's a moderate. He's not a hardcore conservative. He's a moderate. I respect him as a black Republican because he's a moderate. He doesn't say too many crazy things. So shout out to him. So that weekend show has done well. Rebecca Cutler, who created the show, is now the president. So now what she's doing, she's going to take that weekend show and put it in Joy's old 7 p.m. time slot. And I think they're going to make the same mistake they did with Joy because those weekend numbers are skewed, and those people that watch the shows on the weekends are not going to watch those 7 p.m. shows. But we'll have to see. I feel bad for Chris Hayes because they never gave Chris Hayes a great lead in. I would have put Alex Wagner on at 7 p.m. before the weekend crew, but we'll see what happens with Alex, and we'll see what happens with that weekend show. This kind of reminds me what happened like when Greta Van Susteren, when she was on Fox News, went to MSNBC, and they thought that Greta was going to take those Fox viewers and bring them over, and it didn't work, and she was canceled. Her show was canceled. Same thing happened to Megyn Kelly. I'm not a fan of Megyn Kelly at all. I think she's had some horrible things over the years, but I respect her media hustle. So she left Fox, and NBC gave her a big contract to take over the 9 a.m. Today Show slot. Prior to that, that slot was Al Roker, Tamron Hall, and Harry Connick Jr., which sounds like an SNL sketch, but it actually worked. Like, Harry was actually good. He was a good TV host with them, but they got rid of them, and they brought in Megyn Kelly thinking they were going to bring over those Fox News people, and it didn't work. And Megyn, the show was different. The Today Show's fans didn't like her. She didn't get along with the crew. And so, but Megyn was smart. She had a really good buyout. She made a lot of money out of that buyout. And then since then, she's been on SiriusXM. So she has a show on SiriusXM, and they put that show on YouTube. So she got that big bag from NBC for making a stupid decision. She's getting paid from SiriusXM, and she's even getting more money from YouTube because her numbers are actually really good, even though I don't respect her as a journalist. But I digress. So when they're taking these weekend shows and these weekend personalities and putting them on at 7 p.m., I'm saying, like, no, this is not the play. Like, you should be doing something different. I personally believe that their best, outside of Rachel Maddow, their best person is Tremaine Lee. Tremaine Lee is one of the best correspondents, reporters, whatever you want to call him, on MSNBC. But they got him stuck doing podcasts and doing stuff on the .com. Even though I think he's better off because he can do whatever he wants and they're not messing with him. But I feel like Tremaine Lee should get one of these spots. In fact, he should replace Al Sharpton. Like, it's time for Al to go. And I think Tremaine Lee would be great on the weekends and Al's slot, but they won't do that because Tremaine Lee speaks the truth. And plus, he'll put a more positive spin on black men that sometimes you don't hear or they don't want to promote. You got another brother, Shaq Brewster. Shaq Brewster's been covering disasters and politics for years. He should have a chance with some of this stuff. But what they said what they're going to do, they're going to give more time to Melissa Murray. I love Melissa Murray. Oh, she is smart. I am a Melissa Murray fan. Like, I'm glad they're going to give her more time. I like Melissa. But they also will give more time to Eugene Daniels. Eugene Daniels, who loves painting his fingernails. But that's what cable news do. Like, their idea of black male representation is not Tremaine Lee. That's too black. That's too manly. We like guys who paint their fingernails, who got hair to look like they got wet Jerry curls. That's who we want. And no offense to Eugene Daniels, right? But it's like, cable news got this thing where they don't want straight black males. They want all their black males to be gay. And shout out to my gay brothers and sisters. Shout out to them. But on CNN, you got Anderson Cooper and you got Jake Tapper. And how come I don't have that same balance when it comes to black males on cable? Like, I got Jonathan Capehart, and now I'm going to get Eugene Daniels. But where's the other side? Where's Tremaine Lee? Where's Shaq Brewster? I don't know, man. The fact that you got someone like Tremaine Lee putting in that work, and you choosing a guy who loves painting his fingernails tells me what MSNBC is all about. And I still watch it, but I hope their ratings tank because they don't know what they're doing. So what do you guys think about Joy Ann Reid leaving? Hell, I would have put on Roland Martin. Roland Martin's can be annoying, but I think he would have brought in more people from YouTube. Damn it. Make me president, damn it. I think I could do a better job. Shout out to Joy. Good luck to you, sis. You're going to need it.